I'll be completely honest with you. After where we ended up last time, I have no idea.
He's just standing there.
I have no idea how to start this episode. So,
If you just got up and said, Sam, I appreciate the advances, but maybe another time. I just need to get clean. But while you're in there wearing your clothes, doesn't everyone wear their clothes in the shower? How else to get your clothes clean?
let me just...
Newbie. Wait. Calling him... Oh, wait. You can be that legendary porter. Well, why not?
Oh, God. Oh, cool. We've almost got 5 stars of capital now. Yeah, I've been fucking busy getting 5-star ranking.
Is it even possible to get 5-star rankers?
Yep.
I thought you just had to threaten people to get it.
It turns out when you level up the rankings to 5 stars, Sam gets an actual physical star, which he wears on the leg of his trousers. I have about 12 or something so far. I can only imagine that the end goal is to get 52.
Why 52? I thought it'd be 50.
Oh yeah, that's right, because some of the states got annexed in the future.
Wait, what? Sorry, do you think there's currently 52 states in America? What are the other 2?
Well, no, because there'd be more states in the future.
No, there are no more states. It's city-states. There'll be thousands of city-states.
Sorry, I got the American states confused with something else that's 52.
What? Sorry, do you consider Greenland and, I know, somewhere else to be both American states?
No, I know.
What, Bermuda, is that the 52nd?
No, I know where I went wrong here. It's because
Or do you think of Watchmen?
No, I was thinking of a comic, but no, I forget what it is. I was thinking of something that Linkara reviews, where the R says, I think it was a Rob Liefeld comic actually, where he accidentally drew 52 stars of the American flag, and Linkara just started joking, let's start taking bets on what the other 2 states are. That's what I was thinking of.
If anything, one of the new states would be Greenland.
Okay, we've taken long enough. Can we get in the fucking shower now? Let's see where this goes. Be good.
Notice the burn on his wrist, where he's been using the cup.
Yep.
Dead man, you got room for 2 in there? Of course, sir. Come on in.
What the fuck?
He was just standing there. He wasn't even doing anything.
And then he gets in uncomfortably. Yep.
Oh god, this is going to take a very weird turn. Do we need an adult for this?
No one can spy on It's just you and me.
Is it worth getting up boots at least for me?
Records of what we say.
This is like that scene of Rick and Morty.
Get closer.
Fuck me.
Oh, Morty, get in the shower. Take your clothes off.
No, all of this is dialogue from a porno at the moment.
Officially, they were suspended by the government following a void out which claimed the life of the then acting
Mr.
president.
45.
Documents were shredded. BB technology banned, yes?
You see the water as he
But
speaks.
obviously,
Yeah.
the experiments continued in secret.
He just looks like
Under
he's
direct
spitting in
orders
Sam's
of the
face
President
furiously.
Strand.
Bridget?
Excessive weight.
These were essential to solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. Oh, she had big plans for them. They weren't designed just to be
Very
BT
uncomfortable
detectors.
from this camera angle.
She wanted to incorporate them into the chiral network to facilitate travel to the beach. But none of her plans ever came to fruition. And now BB Tech has fallen into terrorist hands.
What's Die Hardman's part in this?
I'm afraid to find out. I
You
don't
can just
know
tell,
how
like,
he was
the
working
fucking
for
janitor's
Strand.
gonna come in to service the
I don't even
shower.
know his real name or his face. I thought you might, since you two go further back.
He was already wearing a mask when I met him. Something about burning his face.
Right.
Yeah, the glue doesn't
Sorry.
react well with the skin.
Any data we have from back then is classified at the highest level. As far as I know, the director is the only one with clearance. But the chiral network presents a new opportunity. By compiling fragmented data in the public domain from all across the country, I might be able to piece together a little more of the puzzle. Be careful, Sam. They're watching. Well, Sam, you're a good sport. I'll give you that. Still, it's a fine way to get out of doing the laundry.
You were fucking right.
Just fix BB, all right?
Oh no, you'll be doing the fixing. I'd never manage without your help. Check the delivery terminal upstairs for the details. When you're ready, of course.
Oh dear, this isn't going to end well.
I'm just imagining next conversation with the Hardman saying, Sam, I've heard reports that you and Deadman, well, normally it's against rules for fraternization, but I'm willing to overlook it because you've done good work. Just try not to let it affect your work. And he has to like, keep the cover. Yeah, he has to keep the cover of that they're having an affair or something.
Oh dear.
So he has to play along with it because otherwise people will ask him questions. So he has to say that.
Deadman tells me your BB isn't performing to spec. We'll have to put your primary mission on hold until we restore its functionality.
Also, congratulations,
It's
Sam.
our only compatible unit. And you're gonna have to deal with more BTs as you head further west. Case in point, Amelie's informed us of a tar belt outside of Edgenot City. A massive region crawling with BTs that Higgs supposedly summoned.
Supposedly,
And
we've
as much
seen
as we
him
want
do
you to
it.
Get her out as soon as possible. You'll have a snowball's chance in hell without your BB. So your first priority is to help Deadman restore it to working order. And since he's on site, maybe the two of you can discuss it in person.
Sam, I'm a little busy at the moment, so I hope you don't mind if we stick to Hollow. First,
Yes,
I need
you're
you
in the
to
same
pick up
fucking
a
building.
area so we can increase local chiral density.
Of course, more fucking
That's
preppers.
also the connection between BB-28 and its still mother. Then, as I explained earlier, we need to correct your BB's alignment. To facilitate that process, we need to quite literally put some distance between you two. Keep it here while we send you out. If everything goes to plan, your BB should resume normal function.
Fortunately, this plan advances our other objectives. We want to integrate this region into the chiral network anyway. So build.
I'm wondering how much of this is true and how much of this is just Deadman bullshitting so that he can get more bandwidth to, like, reassemble the archives.
It could be a win-win, but it would achieve both. Or maybe.
I don't completely believe him about, like, the whole we need to reset the baby thing, though.
Maybe he faked the whole thing.
Probably.
Remember, though, that you're dealing with folks who chose to live out there. Folks who probably value their privacy. Don't think for a second it'll be easy to win them over.
Never trust a man who wears a
Have to earn their
mask.
trust, bit by bit, job by job.
It isn't his fault.
Another thing,
He
Sam,
just used the wrong glue.
You'll be making runs without a BB for a spell. That will vastly diminish your ability to detect BTs. So keep your eyes and ears open for anything out of the ordinary. And stay the hell out of the rain if you can help it.
We go outside, it rains fucking immediately.
Yeah, and just imagining that he's invited to the local audience and, wait, is Demon here? Oh, sorry, he's busy. Are you sure you wouldn't mind? Will he get jealous? No, he's fine with it. He's fine with it. Alright, let's get started then. And then there's one guy handing out drinks saying, alright, so who's starting first? Let's get some music on.
Yeah, do these one at a time so we don't accidentally fuck ourselves over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine just, when everyone's getting started. So where's everyone from? Alabama, Mississippi, South
Louisiana. Oh dear.
And then the guy's saying, when he's like fully prepared, alright, so let's see how you fellas do this. Okay. Are we going after the engineer to put that scene in from Rick and Morty just in that bit?
Let's not say we didn't. It's impossible to get the fucking clips.
To get the clips or use them without being sued?
Bit of both.
Can you imagine just, alright, baby, look, we're gonna have to part ways for a while. What? Why? Listen, 20-minute adventure. I'm in and out. Are you sure? Then, just like 5 days later, he comes back to the district centre. And you know how bad he looked when he's in the cutscene with the two sisters?
Yep.
He looks, I imagine he'd look in that cutscene good compared to what he'd look like when he came back after 5 days. He just goes into the private room and just like breaks down to, oh my god, I need a vacation.
Oh, that's right, I left my kid here.
I know he thought he'd be gone for 20 minutes, but it turns out a 5-day adventure. And honestly,
I can put that back on.
yeah, and then he speaks to them and, well, it's still going to be a few days before your BB's up to full scratch. I know this one spa, it's not run by Bridges, but it's come well recommended, 5 stars.
Sam? You read me?
Lochna?
Uh-huh. Calling you via a Bridges dedicated line. I've been asked to carry on in my sister's place and provide you with support. We're whole again. One. Forever and always. We still speak, so I shouldn't have any trouble getting up to speed.
You back with Bridges then?
Fuck's it, your sister's
It's not
telling her
about
advice in the afterlife.
Never was. It's about what she wants. What we want. And why shouldn't we help you? You helped us. We're all connected now.
She just turns around and Mama's ghost. She's like, okay, give me the winning lottery numbers.
And she just says, well, what do you mean? I don't know lottery numbers. No, I was just saying, because Sam's after his like 5-day bender, trying to dodge BTs without the baby. Like, so fucked up. Even his body is like pushed to the limit. Damn man says, to help you relax, I know this one spa, very highly rated, 5 stars. It's actually run by someone you may know, Mr. Butterfield, actually. And the Butterfield Spa Agency. Oh, this isn't 5 stars. Each is an asterisk. Asterisk. There's something wrong with it. Can you imagine if he's like goes into the spa business?
I have another friend who's also a really great masseuse. It's just the fucking fish man from The Shape of Water.
Why him?
Because it's Del Toro, so I can start bringing his movies into this.
Oh,
Okay, remember, Deadman is modelled after Del Toro exactly.
yeah.
He just wasn't around to do the voice. Brace yourself, it's time for another thing if Pete takes the car where the car shouldn't go. I think this was a Top Gear challenge.
Or we on Hoth or something, like mountain base.
I swear though, there was a thing where they were driving cars through the Alps or something, or like a ski lodge.
Yep. Can you just imagine him like having to stay at like the Butterfield Spa Agency?
Oh, I can imagine it.
It's actually a really good experience for Sam because Butterfield is too scared of him having a bad experience. The legendary porter who can like punch people across the world map.
See, I don't think Butterfield would give a shit. I think that Butterfield's too incompetent to give a shit.
Now, what if he wouldn't personally be there, but his staff would make sure he actually gets the best experience? Because if not, the legendary porter would just punch their lights up.
Your problem here is that you assume that Butterfield has staff. Like, this is the man who couldn't afford to pay for the rent on his office.
I thought he eventually paid for it, with campaign donations. And one of his businesses he bought was a spa business, so the staff were already there, strong business, and so he's invested in it. And you can imagine him just going back, saying, that's better. Right, BB? Ready to get back on the road?
Oh shit, I forgot the BB.
No, he goes back after a few days, and he's so limber. He has increased strength because all his muscles are not locked up anymore. I was trying to think of a good comparison to it.
Yeah, but the payoff is that he loses durability because he's not as dense anymore. Very, very gently.
No, but he goes into almost drunk mode where his muscles are so loose he actually takes less damage. Did you know about that there?
Yep.
It's actually harder to kill now. Then he's just faster, he can do quick muscle movements better. Why are you driving into the actual door? This isn't Borderlands.
Because we have to be over against the door for the cargo to register the terminal while it's inside the truck, remember?
Oh yeah, and you're extorting people for that 5-star rating, I forgot.
Yep. Oh boy, how will they be an asshole to us this time? You delivered the spring, but I'm not joining the Carol network. Fuck Bridges.
Oh, you made it. Handled with care, I see.
Can you imagine if he just got sick of that cargo and just tried to throw at something? It would just bounce back at him. God damn it, I can't get rid of this thing. He drops into a canyon and it just bounces back at him.
Yeah.
God damn it. Indestructible cargo.
I hear you're the one to talk to about the chiral network.
Oh no, they want to join immediately.
Is it
Good.
true that a contractor let me access your schematics and so forth? I want to share my research with everyone. Let them read it. Let them learn from it, like I learned from their work. Make me a part of the UCA.
I've been researching high-quality aphrodisiacs. I mean, people get depressed when in the apocalypse. They need someone to help them. I mean, this stuff's so potent, you only need a few drops. I've been working to put them into pill form for ease of use.
Also, I discovered several flavors of hot sauce illegal to man.
Well, illegal to man, or so potent that they're banned in most city-states?
Bit of both.
Oh, did you watch like the hot ones with Critical?
Yep. I've discovered several forms of peppers that are illegal to man, and some that are illegal only to dolphins.
Okay, can you imagine? Is this going to be like a resurgence of the hot ones thing? Nice. Where someone's found it on the network and said to bring it back.
Yes.
And so Critical's on it again because he's just immortal for some reason. And he still has like no spice tolerance.
Together now, Sam. I'd love to show you around the place, but it's a terrible mess.
I see you've put another shelter on the network. Nice job. Chiral levels are increasing as predicted, which is good. As for BB-28, you'll be pleased to hear the operation went well. There should be no need for additional major procedures. We're not out of the woods yet, but I think it's safe to say that the worst is behind us. All that remains is to continue expanding the network, monitor changes as chiral levels increase, and make adjustments as necessary. Drug therapy should suffice. Keep it up, Sam.
Now we have to do is connect all of the facilities around the mountain, and then find the ski resort.
I thought the guy only made the ski resort on his file, or would it be on?
No, because remember, like how this game works is it's online. Remember?
I just thought there was a limit to how many people you could connect to.
No. Any structures you place will show up on everybody's maps, and it's your job to like pick and choose which structures you want to stay on the map.
I just imagine she is. Look, for your work, how about I give you a sample of some of the aphrodisiacs I'm working on? Oh, sure. And then later on, when he goes back, he like takes 3 of them, and then 3 days later, he calls me.
Oh shit! This was a bad idea.
And he calls me up and said, "Wait, how potent did you make these?" What do you mean? How many did you take? 3. Jesus Christ, man! You're only supposed to take 1. So how long is this gonna last? I have no idea. No one's ever been brave to take 3. I guess. Oh, how do I get this to stop? Well, I guess
you don't.
What you do is
Ship.
Have you tried slamming a monster?
I said, well, there is one surefire way to get the drugs to wear off. Oh, you mean join an orgy? That's what I've heard. It works best. Yeah, but I've already went to 2.
Oh dear God, man!
Wait, 2. Try going to a 3rd, and if that doesn't work, call me back. I can imagine he's just calling it while inside and said, "Yeah, this isn't working. It's still going." And he's like, the middle of the night first, "Dude, call me afterwards. I don't want to hear that shit."
No, I think that my heart stopped 20 minutes ago. Help!
No, after you said, wouldn't it be the opposite? It was, I can't sleep. I've been to 5 orgies in 3 days. Wait, there's got to be a record, right? Actually, the record is 7 in 5 days. By who? Dead man. No, it'd be Hartman.
No, definitely.
No, Dead Man wouldn't go to something like that. He prefers to keep his affairs private. It'd be Hartman who would go to them.
No.
Doesn't mean he'd be very active in them, but he still holds the record for attending them.
It's definitely Dead Man. Remember, that was the payoff for his corrective surgery. Massive penis.
Oh God.
That's what that lobotomy scar on the forehead's about. That's like They had to like reduce his audience.
Oh god. Does that mean he's banned from future orders? Just he's too aggressive?
No, because they made him less aggressive.
Oh.
But the payoff was bigger.
Yeah, good point. So Hartman has a second place, and Sam has a third place.
Yep. Oh dear.
Now, before you ask, wouldn't Die Hartman be on there? No, he doesn't have a record for the most in a certain amount of time. He has the record for the most total.
Let's just say that the mask wasn't the only thing he gorilla glued to his face. So let me.
But no, he got sick of the straps.
No, let me rephrase that. The mask wasn't the only thing that he gorilla glued to his person.
No, I thought that isn't the only thing he's glued to a person. It's just that one time when he used on the mask, he accidentally used the wrong glue. He's like high strength epoxy resin.
Oh dear.
Because I've gone into watching Fortune 5, like have to use high strength resin to like fuse like the plastics and things to the metal. Like accidentally use that.
Oh dear.
And that's why his skin's like burned underneath. So he decides to keep it on, because to remove it, everyone
Would be
sees
very fucking painful.
it'd be painful, and everyone sees just a burnt ass face anyway. Especially if you've got like secret key, you might as well keep it on for now.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I imagine for the record of most audience attention of the week, first one would be Deadman, second would be Hartman, third would be Sam, but for the most total would be Die Hartman. Die Hartman. Just he hasn't gone to many recently because he's been bogged down with work. He still holds the record for like, the most the total attendance.
Come on, car.
And imagine if he finds out about Sam and Deadman. Is like, wait, you're not mad? Oh, don't worry, I was young once. You wouldn't believe the stuff I got up to. Actually, I could believe you. True. Just make sure it doesn't affect your work, and I'll let it slide.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, just imagine in this universe, Deadman just doesn't care because anything he thinks Sam has done, he's like, oh yes, I remember doing that. Good to know we're of the same mind.
Car turnaround.
There's going to be a side thing that in Borderlands 3, something I noticed Tannis said. This isn't really spoilers because it's just lore building. Mm-hmm. Like in the future, sexuality isn't really taboo anymore. So I think no one really has the same like prejudices. I think that's why a lot of the characters are more bisexual in this.
Yep.
Because Tannis said that just no one cares anymore. Whatever you're into, sure, whatever. And it isn't just in the third game; it's all like new stuff. Because in the first game,
Yeah.
it's like,
Cause they have overpressing concerns like picking up loot.
yeah, but in the first one, there's like, no, it's the second one. There's the audio logs you can get of Jack's agent hiring a bunch of bandits to do something. And said, if you do this for us, I think it's to find iridium. But if you do this, you'll have enough money to build a mansion made of smaller mansions.
Yep.
I don't know what you bandits would do with such a money. Have frequent sex with members of the opposite sex or the same, doesn't matter. Yeah, things like that. Just little details like that.
Yep.
Is that the Emperor?
Oh, good.
No, apparently it's a doctor.
I'm now just thinking of the Doctor from Heavy Rain.
Oh dear.
Yeah, in my first playthrough, I need to wait around for the Doctor to come back.
There's something I've been meaning to ask. Would you help me join the UCA? If me being a part of it ensures more people get the medical attention they require.
Good, we're gonna send drugs over the Wi-Fi now.
No, I thought it was going to say so they can build up appointments to his like clinic.
There's a clinic in the fucking mountains.
Yeah, and they turn up, and the waiting room's full, just like NHS or something. What? It's taken like 3 weeks to get this appointment. You only have like 3 people in this waiting room like all day. What are you doing? They just see him playing a Pong.
No, he's smoking the medical marijuana.
Or is this going to be like Sin City, where after he smokes it, he just looks at his hands? Steady as rock. Now we can operate.
Yes.
But I'm here about a cold. There's no need to operate. That's what you think. And he puts on the rubber gloves.
I love the fact they invented that character just so they could shoehorn Christopher Lloyd into the movie. Oh dear. Kind of looks like one of the actors who played Doctor Who, though.
Yeah, can you imagine if he like goes to the clinic? All right, so how much money you got? What do you mean? This isn't a government-run clinic. It's private. I got $20. You get $20 worth of
I might not be
surgery.
as young as I once was, but I've still got plenty to offer. Oh, by the way, I came across something I thought you might find useful. You're more than welcome to it.
Isn't he or his shirt just hilariously oversized for him?
His shirt's hilarious oversized.
That looks like a high-tech hip flask.
A bigger canister of Monster.
Yeah. Since that's like the new greatest technology, we just took a hip flask and made it bigger.
It's a hip flask, but bigger.
Yeah.
Your deliveries have saved lives. And, as you know, every life that's saved is one fewer BT to deal with. Which in the long run means even more lives are saved. Please.
I reckon she's high on medical drugs. She seems
Probably.
very out of it. Look at her.
Yeah.
I implore you.
Thanks, Sam. BB-28 appears to be on the road to recovery. Its affinity with the other side is growing stronger, as we hoped. The convulsions and spasms have ceased as well.
That wasn't anything to do with the surgery. That was just me falling off a cliff onto the tank. Sam, what the fuck have you been doing?
Just the kid is. Just like BB-28 is.
Sam, we've received an order from a new client. Check the terminal in Mountain Knot City for the
First he started feeding Monster into like the tank. He got the bad habit from Mama, because you know she sometimes put like the bottle, got some like iced coffee and was giving it to the baby. Why are you giving iced coffee to your baby? No.
Sam, don't tell me how to raise my dead ghost child.
But doesn't mean he can't sleep. The kid can't sleep anyway.
Never can I, for that matter. Sam, fuck off.
I said, well, have you tried giving your baby others? Well, I tried giving him some like baby food in this like special juicer, but the juice was really expensive for some reason, so I decided just to go pound.
10 minutes.
So which legs are you gonna have?
Car. I'm just gonna drive the car back over the mountain the same way we came.
Oh god.
10 minutes, Sam. It's fucking crunch time, baby.
Yeah, we're in like Utah at the minute, monthly Utah. There's no way this can go badly, right?
We're just gonna get over that cliff. There's no possible way we can fuck this up.
It's like, don't you need the engineer just to do the John Cena thing?
Are you sure about that?
No, it's right next door. There's no possible... Unless we're going to tap by a BT now, outside the door, there's no possible way we are fucking this 10-minute delivery up. And then the barriers glitch and don't go down. Shit!
So I just imagine after a spa treatment, he keeps getting emails from like their Butterfield health resort that a portion of every cell monthly membership goes towards my presidential campaign. Thank you for supporting me in the upcoming election. Yeah, whatever.
Very fucking fast delivery.
Thanks, Sam.
Good. Good, I'm glad.
Sorry, I read a verse, bridges need homo, or something. What is it, like red versus blue? We need more men.
Dude, how long have you been down there?
Is that going to imagine like in his... Oh god! Him just contacting on the car network, joining you saying, what's your request? This is British headquarters. Dude, we need more men. How long have you been isolated? No, not like that. Or maybe a little like that. But that's not important right now.
You know, folks have shared stories about you too.
You know, the incredible things you've done.
I can't believe that you punched a porter outside a senior citizen's home.
I can't believe he went outside an old man's home, forced him to join the UCA.
And then pissed in his garden.
You got places to be. Just know that you'll always be welcome here. Why don't you rest up before you go? Good work.
Wait, Mountaineer? So we're carrying a person again?
No, antibiotics.
Oh.
This is going fucking badly for us.
Well, if you, I don't know, fall over and crash and injure yourself, you have antibiotics. You won't die.
True.
And just imagine in this, to celebrate joining the UCA network, they hold an after-work party. And then Sam says, alright, I got something special. Then he takes out one of the Aphrodisiacs, cuts it in half, and then takes one and said, alright, this should be the right dose.
Wait. And it's just like, wait, this is an aphrodisiac as all. It's the sunshine acid.
Sunshine acid?
Sunshine acid. You remember that scene from Fear and Loathing where he's in the bathtub?
I don't remember that scene.
Where the attorney's in the bathtub and he wants Thompson for the radio.
Oh God! Did you eat all this acid?
That's right. Music!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like it becomes that, but it's Sam in the bathtub.
Oh, great. It's the one I was saying, hey, I found the recipe online and I didn't want to tell anyone. I want to be surprised. I made LSD, guys. And then just like a few hours later, they're all just, their pupils are white as dinner plates after the order, and they're just clutches it. And one of them just says, whoa, this is how people lived in the olden days? And Sam says, well, like a woman on each arm. And maybe a man as well. I'm saying, oh, this is a life. But by the way, I can't feel anything, so could someone get me an orange juice? And this one guy in the corner just says, yeah, sure. And he like tries to get up, fails, and then just starts dragging himself because he's so hard on LSD.
Yep. Oh, good, BTs.
But you can't see them. I just imagine like a guy on the edge of the road. He's just kind of half dragging himself with like a picture of with a glass of orange juice and give it to him. Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver. No problem. It's like, his tongue's half hanging out of his mouth.
Let's attempt to avoid the BTs with the worst fucking plan possible. Drive the car up a 45-degree angle again.
You're going for the Skyrim plan again.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, it wouldn't be a Skyrim plan. Horses are better at climbing up vertical surfaces. Did I ever tell of this Skyrim Let's Player? Australia is like 80 years old. Creates like very wholesome Let's Play videos. She's actually Bethesda contacted her, and she's going to be an NPC in Elder Scrolls 6 because she got very popular.
Come on, car, move, move, move!
I'm trying to do like Tony Hawk style like trick moves up a mountain.
Just wait. Next, I'm going to jump the car and do a Christ out of it.
What was the episode? Was it Grand Tour? Or was it still Top Gear when they're in like the South American mountains and they got so high up their cars just stopped working because there wasn't enough air in the air?
I believe that was Top Gear.
And so we're going to see these cars up here where they try again. And then he's driving down. He's like taking a deep breath. It's like, oh, the air's like soup. Oh.
I just remember in MGS4 when they made altitude sickness an actual thing for one of the levels.
Really?
That's
in the South America.
Yeah, when you're in South America, like Snake can actually get altitude sickness if you play the level wrong.
Oh, I didn't experience that. What do you have to do to F up?
It's literally just like if you go too high in the level too quickly, your stamina will decrease because he has altitude sickness. And then you can stop it by grabbing a very specific plant that you can find in the level, which in real life is actually used for altitude sickness.
I remember in that level, the bit we were chasing the scientist, if you go a very specific rock using heat vision, it actually has the coordinates of where the map is set.
Yes. And also, there's another route which has a Japanese eye exam.
Didn't know that, but I did find the handprint thing.
Yeah, you can find the handprint thing, the coordinates to where it actually is in real life in South America. Yeah, and a Japanese eye exam. Okay, I was listening to the podcasts, which are actually like downloadable in-game, where they start explaining the making of. And apparently, originally for that game, there was going to be a thing where, like, if you go along the route in-game, you can find Naomi's clothes scattered around, and apparently, like, it was supposed to be a red herring that led to a frog originally, but in the game proper, they couldn't implement that, so instead it leads you to a sniper, who is next to the coordinates.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was the in-game reason for her stripping.
Well, it wasn't her stripping, it was, again, the people taking her hostage. Would strip it, like, had her clothes on standby, and were throwing them on an alternate route for you off the trail.
Oh. I thought she was technically working for them. Well, under duress, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I gave her the medicine.
Gave who the medicine? Sorry, is he just...
A lot of questions to unpack.
When he walks away, did he just push the entire comic and as a... Yeah, sorry. Who did you give the medicine to? You didn't say. Oh, sorry. My girlfriend. She has come down with a coronavirus from China.
No, she's come down with a very serious case of youngblood's disease.
Oh, God. And then you see her in the background, and she's so jacked she looks like a JoJo character.
She's carrying our child. I want her looked at as soon as possible.
Oh, God.
What?
I'm gonna have to carry another fucking person.
I couldn't make out the details. Damn connection kept dropping out. But someone needs to go and fetch it. Take anything you need from that shelf. Hell, just take all of it. Good work. New order.
Do you remember Edwin Ulfric's teacher in the anime? Full Metal Alchemist. Like the teacher's like a housewife who's just ridiculously strong.
Yep.
I just imagine his like wife was like that. If she's come down with a youngblood's disease. The side effect of the pregnancy, her doctor advised her to work out, but she took it to the extreme, and she's just become like a bodybuilder.
I thought that she was a housewife as a cover for being ridiculously strong.
I thought her day job was like being a housewife and things.
The clients requested that you complete this order as soon as possible. In other words, speed will determine your eval.
Yeah, I've done time deliveries before. Die hard and shut the fuck up.
But she was a master like alchemist as a hobby, and she just worked out against the hobby.
Time limit set.
Sam, in light of the patient's condition, I've gone ahead and put a time limit on this order. You can still deliver the cargo after it runs out, but I want you to move hell on earth to get there before it does. I know we keep piling things on you, but your BB unit...
I just imagine, and to throw up a picture from like porn stars that best I can do is 9 hours.
Best I can do is 12 septums.
Have
Have you seen that comic where it's porn stars but in Skyrim?
Oh yeah, trying to sell items, they're nowhere near their original value.
I feel, what I still love is the fucking Battletoads meme. Kid, do you know about this?
No.
People kept calling porn stars and asking if they had Battletoads. And it got to the point where...
Are you sure you're not talking about game?
No, they did that as well, but they kept calling porn... Like, people kept jokingly trying to sell rare copies of Battletoads to porn stars. And it got to the point where people did it so much that, like, people still do it, but if you try and do it now... I forget what his name is, but the bald guy from Porn Stars he'll just swear at you if you, like, and threaten to, he'll just swear at you and other stuff if you try and do that shit nowadays. Like, the funniest one I found was, there's one where some guy tried to phone in and, he was like, Yeah, if I could bring this in and have you sign it, that'd be great. And it was just like, yeah, why don't you come and I'll sign it and I'll shove it up your fucking ass. And it's just like, his hatred for the Battletoads meme is so fucking funny.
So who even created the game Battletoads?
I have no clue.
How funny would it be if it's some kind of AAA company that they did this in like the early days?
Probably.
Because I think, isn't there a sequel being made? I think I heard something about either a remake or a sequel being made. So I don't know if it's made by the same company or if they officially licensed it.
I have no fucking clue. All I know is that they showed up in Shovel Knight, and that was good enough for me.
I think I've sent you a speedrun. There's this Mexican guy who's called the Mexican Runner, who's ridiculously good at Battletoads and Cuphead. So he speedruns both, and as an incentive after he did Battletoads speedrun, he did the tunnel section, which is infamously hard.
Was he blindfolded?
Yeah, he did it blindfolded.
So, so Battletoads are in Shovel Knight as a bonus boss in the Xbox version, and the tunnel sections in the game as well. Like, you have to actually do the tunnel section, but like recreate it in Shovel Knight before you can fight the Battletoads.
I remember in Bloodstained, they did. They're actually a good way to get sapphires, Shovel Knight.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, and if you got the PS3 version of Shovel Knight, Kratos is a boss character. Which is nice.
But that was that Naughty Dog who created the games? No, I don't think it is.
Naughty Dog was Uncharted.
Yeah.
I have no idea who did God of War. I thought it was Sucker Punch briefly, but I was wrong.
Yeah, because I'm thinking with these old games, I know that Prince of Persia, that was Ubisoft. But I'm not sure about that. Because I actually watched the fact-finding video about the new God of War. Christopher Judge got tricked into playing it because he said to like his agents, "Don't send me any rules for like video games."
Yeah,
but because if anyone's watched Stargate SG-1, he was tilting it, and he actually has played prior to Kratos.
Def Jam.
Yeah, one video game role, and they referenced it in Stargate SG-1.
You played Doom.
I played Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, the problem was his experience from that was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I am really tempted to play God of War, just like the new one, just because they have Norse mythology.
Yeah. And they...
I have this spoiled for me out of context, but apparently Kratos' son is Loki. And that's like all I know about the game.
Yeah.
Like, that detail alone's got me interested, though.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it.
The truck's just doing whatever the fuck it wants.
Also, it's Borderlands controls. I was like, oh yeah. Because character really quick version, character Tilk is an alien, so human character can't ask them.
I just put the clip in.
Yeah. I love it when shows reference other roles people have done. Do you have a favourite example of that?
Kingsman, just because of how many layers there is to the joke.
Which one specifically?
The first movie. Because in the original comic Kingsman, they kidnap the actor Mark Hamill.
Oh, yes.
And then in the movie, they kidnap a character who's a professor, but he's played by Mark Hamill.
Yes.
But like he functions as the same character from the comic book.
Access the delivery terminal.
He's like a professor, and he's done a lot of environmental studies about impact of human habitation and things.
My second favourite example is also Mark Hamill, because there's one Justice League cartoon where the Swamp Thing, the Joker, and another character, all voiced by Mark Hamill, team up to kidnap Mark Hamill. And the joke is that none of these four people know in universe what a voice actor is.
Even if now, I need you to deliver this prototype bioprinter and remote medical terminal to the Mountaineer. If you can.
Yeah.
Well, she getting so swole, that's down to negatively affect the baby or something. Her body's naturally producing too much steroids. That's the thing. It's like the woman from Fullmetal Alchemist. She's just fitness, up until fitness, and she's like master by that point. Because her doctor at one point recommended to exercise during pregnancy, so she's like, "Oh, I found this exercise regime on the current network, bodybuilders." Oh, okay. And then, like, 6 months later, just like that. And then if you guys say, oh, so you do a lot of housework? Oh, no, I try, but my wife insists on doing it. And then flashback to him, like, lifting up a box, and then she comes up, honey, I've got it. And she, like, picks up with one hand while she's drinking coffee and just walked away. And he's just looking,
Man. Man. I'm gonna run over that fucking porter by accident.
Please, you've really punched one.
Get the fuck
What will
away.
running over a porter due to your reputation?
Get the fuck away from the car, porter. I don't want to hurt you.
It doesn't matter. Like if BT's come and said, honey, we should get indoors. Looks like BT activity. Then it turns out and he sees his wife just with a grenade. Just, there's a specific bit in the first Halo, like near the end, when last he was talking about how to destroy the Pillar of Autumn, where he's just talking about, well, throwing and catching a grenade. And just imagine that's the wife, who says, oh, leave this to me. And she, like, throws it very casually, but flies like 100 meters and hits the BT directly on the head.
Oh, dear.
Turns out Leifeld's disease has some benefits. Would JoJo's disease be a like subcategory of that? It causes characters to be unnecessarily jacked.
Yes. I'm afraid your wife, sir. She's a main character.
Now that's when she has really weird hair. But it's good to know we've seen the same comic. For a second I was wondering if you were going to empty the tank on it, which I think you've already tried.
Come on.
Going back to Stargate SG-1 at one point, for a minute. There's one episode where he's like, trying to act casual.
Was Stargate the one with the guy who had a head shaped like a football?
Don't think so.
Okay.
But he's like in the store, this is Chris Judge's character again. And he sees someone try to rob something, and so he's got a bag, he's just coming out store. So he grabs like a can or something, and just throws it, and you see the robber running away, and it just hits him square on the head. It just shows how strong this Tilt character is. Like, and those candle like soup or beans or whatever it was, those things can be pretty heavy. But I wonder, this is the main question I have for you. What's better at knocking out someone? A tin of whatever it is?
Or a gold brick?
Oh, yeah. You're way ahead of me now. It's gold brick, isn't it? But you have to be especially hench to use the gold brick as a technique. You have to work your way up to that.
You start with smaller gold objects and then work your way up to the gold brick.
No, just smaller objects. You only work up to that. Maybe the reason Sam Fisher was able to do it, he has the strength of the dark side. It just works. The funny thing about that level in Chaos Theory is you have to rob a bank as a cover for what you're actually doing. Because what you're doing is you're stealing the bank's archives, but you have to steal the gold bar so they don't realise that you looked at their archives.
If we really only been on this for 10 minutes, that's impressive.
Maybe you should look for an alternate route if going like 90 degrees up a mountain.
No, it's because the car doesn't want to turn the way I want it to. See, we're on the right track.
Now, what do you think of my idea of that one guy's wife who just came down with Leifeld's disease?
Oh yeah, definitely.
But constantly gritting her teeth causes
Well,
all sorts of health issues.
Because she would have Leifeld's disease, because she's a fucking mountain woman.
Yep. Yeah. Autoimmune disease. Well, not disease, but needs the antibiotics. Because, constantly like grinding her teeth, like grimacing. Starting to give her tooth pain.
Also the fact that she has no eyes anymore because of the youngblood's disease. I think that was the Horde coming off.
Sounds like someone screaming.
I think that was the Horde coming off.
You're here. Oh, thank God. She's barely holding on. It's a good thing you hurried.
Then it just cuts to our medical adventures and someone bring me a rat. Oh.
That's Frank Miller, not Rob Liefeld.
Oh.
Good plan though.
Yeah, but didn't Leifeld draw it? One wrote it, the other drew it.
No.
The doctor said we need a chiral connection for this to work.
Rob Liefeld is Marvel.
We'll join the UCA.
Oh yeah, but I thought he.
No, Frank Miller has the same problem of drawing overly muscled people.
Oh.
Rob Liefeld's the one who can't draw feet. Frank Miller's the one who did Sin City.
Which is the one who calls the Hawkeye Initiative?
Both.
Yeah.
No, that's just like most comic artists in general, because the covers always have the women in over-sexualized poses that have nothing to do with the comic. You just gotta remember that Rob Liefeld's the guy who designed Deadpool, but not the guy who created the character, if that makes sense. He was a female writer who took on Deadpool and then gave him the personality that we have today.
Oh yeah.
When Rob Liefeld invented Deadpool, he was a generic assassin in a red suit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frank Miller's the one who wrote Aspar.
What?
That's what people abbreviate All-Star Batman and Robin to.
Oh.
Aspar. What are you, Dancy, retired or something? I'm the goddamn Batman.
Power gloves.
I love the power glove.
It's so bad.
So bad.
Put that clip in it.
I love the power glove. It's so bad.
Does this mean I can punch stronger now?
We're going to California, aren't we? Oh,
Oh God.
He's going to a video game tournament.
Doctor?
Okay, I'll activate the terminal from my end. Just
Wait, when we get there, has Harmony found like an archive of old Nintendo games, and so they're holding a tournament?
With all 97 of them?
And because it's technically their enemies, they have a kind of a parlay for that one day.
Yeah.
Anyone can attend the contest because it raises money.
Which Higgs is going to points at buying pizza.
Yeah, but there's no weapon rule and no one can start shit.
don't worry though. We'll do everything we can to ensure your child is safely.
I just imagine that Amelie's in the background with like a drink Pepsi shirt and things, holding a sign. And it's like, wait, you're still advertising? Yep, gotta keep the lights on. Gotta keep the roof over my mouth. The pay's good though.
Change the face of medicine forever.
Or is she gonna be like a walk-on girl for one
Bill.
of the contenders?
But probably both.
Like in like the like DLC outfit you can get for Resident Evil 2. It's just like that, just with all sorts of logo on it as a walk-on girl. It's like
And the big hat saying "Yay Higgs."
yes.
Done. BB-28 will be back in action soon. The kid's a real trooper. Stay the course, Sam.
Heads up, Sam. Got a fresh order for you from a certain mountaineer. It'll take you to a region not yet covered by the chiral network. Suffice it to say, this is a chance to change that. Look into it as soon as you can. Good work. New order available.
Should I or should you?
I'm listening.
Look at this photograph.
Every time it makes me laugh. And on that note, it's time to end it there. We'll see you all next time.